Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing something a little bit different, actually a double review. So I'm going to be reviewing War for Earth-3, issue number 1, and then also Suicide Squad 13, which is actually part 2 of War for Earth-3. So this is an event that's going to be it's going to be covered throughout the pages of Suicide Squad, The Flash, and Teen Titans Academy. This is so the first issue is the War for the Earth-3 is written by Robbie Thompson and Dennis Hopeless, with art by Steve Pugh, Dexter Soy, Brent Peeples, colors by Matt Herms, and Suicide Squad 13 is written also by Robbie Thompson and Dennis Hopeless, with art by Eduardo Pansica, Julio Ferreira, Dexter Soy, and Marcelo Maiolo. So now that we have the creative team out of the way, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on in this book. Uh, so if you haven't been catching up on Suicide Squad or even last year's Crime Syndicate, that's who Earth-3 refers to. The Teen Titans, the Flash, and the Suicide Squad all collide on Earth-3, home of the evil Crime Syndicate, on the hunt for the former Task Force X mastermind, Amanda Waller, as Waller tries to take over the alternate Earth and dethrone the evil versions of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. The other heroes that rule it, her former partner Rick Flag, arrives on E3 bent on making Waller pay for her crimes, while the Teen Titans and Flash hunt for a missing Academy student they believe was kidnapped by Waller to form her mysterious Justice Squad. So this has all been kind of going on the pages of Suicide Squad, and you can kind of catch up on that story there. So as the war begins to rage, Rick Flag's new squad, including Cheetah, Mirror Master, Peacemaker, and a parademon of Apocalypse, confront Waller with a mission to bring her home and stand trial for her crimes. But Waller didn't go to Earth-3 alone, and now the squad must face its predecessors, including Talon, Match, who is a clone of Superboy, and the Justice Squad's newest member from Teen Titans Academy. So if you're not caught up on Teen Titans Academy, maybe you want to check that out as well before we get into this. So yeah, as you can see, I love the connected covers, which are kind of cool because you see here in the foreground, you see Nightwing fighting Talon and Owlman, and then the same cover that you're gonna see in the back in the next issue you see in the background. So for the Flash issue, you also actually, if you looked at the previews, you'll see this image of the Flash breaking through Mirror Master's mirror reality. I will say the one thing that I guess my only gripe with the book is that there's a lot happening and there's a lot of artists, and it can be a little bit overwhelming for new readers to kind of keep up with all this stuff. Just seeing the different art styles, the changes, and I understand why publishers need to do this, and I do enjoy that there's having so many artists that work on a book, but I think it can definitely be for a reader just a little overwhelming, trying to figure out why is the art look so different. Is it a stylistic choice? Is it a fill-in artist? Like, does it have a purpose that we're having a new reader? But with that out of the way, I will tell you this book is just full of the comic book stuff that I love. Big fights, just kind of all over the place. Tons of characters showing up, popping up everywhere. Amanda Waller up to no good. Bringing back some of the characters that I love that we haven't seen in a while. I love like the Talons are one of my favorite things from the Court of Owls. And then we also see Match, who is this bizarro copy of Connor. So it's really interesting how this is approached, and then why Amanda Waller would want to take on Earth-3. If we go to the next page, so the first few pages were previews all from the first issue. Here you see the second issue, and you can kind of see how the art looks very different just from one page to the other. The designs of the characters, although they remain very similar, sometimes have a little bit more detailing. It is kind of cool to see Rick Flag leading his own group of misfits. Um, and then another thing that, as we see here, big fights, Mirror Master kind of all over the place. This book is also flashing back and forth a little bit. So hopefully that won't be too confusing. And then for our buddy Josh at the podcast, just know that Ambush Bug continues to appear as part of the Suicide Squad. So we love that. Ambush Bug is one of our favorite characters in the show. just because of his fourth wall breaking abilities and just the kind of shenanigans that he gets into. I have one more page to show here, but you can see for yourselves, and you guys let us know. What do you think of having so many artists on a book? But it's very consistent, but it can be a little jarring. Um, I really like the premise of the book. I think having these uh, big multiversal things that have been set up for a while, because the Crime Syndicate book was something that happened last year. Um, and then the ongoing Suicide Squad run has been kind of putting all these pieces together. So now we finally figure out what Amanda Waller was after, which was a different Earth, and we also know why the Crime Syndicate, uh, you know, uh, why they made that book a little while back when a lot of stuff relaunched after Future State. So all that to say, I really enjoyed this book. I think I'm going to continue picking up the individual issues because even though I'm not reading the Flash ongoing right now, I will check it out. I will check out the issue that's connected here. And I wasn't up to date on Suicide Squad, but I did get to review this issue, so that was very cool. Um, so there you have it. If you like all those kind of shenanigans, I recommend the book. I think Thompson and Hopeless are doing a really cool job of just setting up this fun story with kind of crosses over between all these books. And like I said, I think I love the art individually. I just wish it was a little bit more cohesive. So there you go. So all that to say, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We also have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, movie reviews, all that stuff on the channel. So please stay tuned. I'm going to leave you with these connected covers so you can take a better look. But now that part I really like. It's a lot of fun. And I think Rafa Sandoval and Alex Sinclair, who are working on the covers, are doing an amazing work. So thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.